How did you find stem cells? And tell me about your process to become
Sure.
so excited.
Well, I've been in clinical practice for over 20 years now, out in Seattle.
You started when you were 12?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. You threw me off there. I wasn't 12.
Okay, so you've been in practice. Sorry about that.
minutes.
I always have to be a smart ass. That's what my
No, that's
MO.
okay.
So when did you start
Yeah,
practicing?
Lori going. Now you got me blushing. I'm going to
Okay.
be all red. Yeah, I know.
You're very youthful.
Sorry
For
about that.
being 84, I've never seen a guy look so good. So
All right, so rephrase that.
how did you become so excited about stem cells?
Okay. So after having been in practice for over 20 years, I did learn a few things, okay, about how to help the body heal and repair. That's what I've always looked into, is everything I've ever done has been centered around regenerative type interventions, something that we can do to help the body naturally heal and repair itself, as opposed to looking for the miracle cure from the outside, something that you can take a pill, a potion, a lotion, something that's going to stimulate healing and repair within the body. It's an inside-out job.
And that's funny you should say that, because so many people, if you turn on late night TV, what did you call a pill, a potion?
Yeah, that's all it's full of, right? Pills and potions and lotions.
Exactly, and none of them work.
Right.
Well,
Or temporarily, maybe,
yeah,
perhaps.
but your idea of using the body itself to regenerate tissue is
Yeah, it's there, so why not use it? You know, what we've discovered within the science community, what they've discovered is within the body, we have these stem cells that are available. Our body has them throughout the tissues, all throughout the body, everywhere. And it's what replaces dead, dying tissues. It's also what the stem cells are, what are used by the body to help stimulate repair and
So
regeneration.
doctor, if we didn't have stem cells, we would all die at the age of 3.
Yes, within weeks. If you stop producing them, yes, you'd expire quite quickly.
So this is totally natural.
Absolutely.
How were they discovered?
Well, it goes back a few years, but actually in Southeast Asia, actually was some of the first countries that discovered that there are unique concentrations of stem cells within the body, and particularly the fat material. Now, most people have heard of a bone marrow transplant, correct? You've heard
Certainly.
that before. Okay, that's been done since the 60s as well. Well, really what that is a stem cell transplant, where they would use a donor's bone marrow. You tap into the bone. It's not the most comfortable procedure, but they have to tap into the bone marrow of a large bone in the body, like the hip or the femur. And then that bone marrow would be transplanted to a donor who has either had cancer or something to that effect. And so that's been done for a long time. The trouble with it is, as we age, the bone marrow becomes uniquely depleted in stem cells as we get older. So when we're your age and my age, there's very little left in the bone marrow. But what they discovered around 2001 was that the fat material is uniquely gifted with large concentration of stem cells. Why? Hard to say. I don't know that anybody really has a great answer for that. However, it's there, and it's readily accessible. We
Good
all
news
have.
Good news
Yeah.
for me, Doc. I think we might find a couple cells.
I think we can all readily donate and be okay with that. And so fortunately, there's a lot of stem cells in there. And so we've learned, we have the lab and we have the equipment necessary to process that fat, to extract the stem cells, concentrate them in great numbers. Even just, I would say, maybe 2.5 years ago, we'd be elated if we could get 1 to 2 million stem cells from a procedure. Today we're getting between 30 to 50 million stem cells in concentration.
Just in a couple years.
That's amazing, yes. Yeah.
So is there going to be a systematic growth in the ability to understand this? So in other words, as years go on, stem cells are going to become more and more valuable.
Absolutely, especially even more recent now. What we're learning as labs across the country are playing with these stem cells and seeing what can they do, how do they do what they do. We've learned even more now, and so we're understanding why it is that the stem cells are so uniquely situated to repair the body. We understand what they're doing.